Welcome to the Stockboy Gaming channel, where this sucker bought GTA Plus just to get these cars early. We're testing for everything you see on your screen there, and it's the new HSW Deveste Eight Custom versus the original Deveste Eight, so you'll get an idea of how much these performance upgrades matter. And I'm also going to throw the Hakuchou Drag in there, the custom version from how Special works, so you can get an idea of how fast this car is. We're starting off at the drag strip, and we've got the custom on the left and the original on the right, and you can see to that 8th mile the custom has a pretty big lead over the original Deveste Eight, and even to that 1/4 mile it might extend that gap, and I know for a fact it's going to extend the gap on the way to the 1/2 mile because this thing can move. It is very powerful, as it should be, based on a Devil 16 in real life, which is a 16-cylinder hypercar with a ridiculous amount of power. Let's see how it handles the Hakuchou Drag Custom on the right. We know the Hakuchou Drag is fast, and yeah, I'm leaning for you guys this time around. You can see the Hakuchou Drag does beat it to the 8th mile, and it's going to beat it to the 1/4 mile, but this Deveste Eight really picks up after that 1/4 mile, so we're going to see if it can catch up to the Hakuchou Drag. By the time we hit the 1/2 mile, it's not gonna, and in fact the Hakuchou Drag even extends the lead. So right off the bat, drag-wise, it's not faster than the Hakuchou Drag. It's not the fastest drag car in this update, but it is quite a bit quicker than the original, especially when you look at that almost 2-second gap to the 1/2 mile. And those times are really impressive. It's really awesome to see a sub 10-second car. I noticed that there's some weird stuff going on with the Rockstar editor, which is how I test for 1/4 mile times, and I actually have to adjust all my HSW 1/4 mile times that I've tested so far. So I'm going to do another 1/4 mile video, a tournament style video like I did for the tuners. Make sure you pay attention and stay tuned for that. There's some good stuff in there. But now we're going to go ahead and check out the top speed for these cars. Average speed around a ginormous custom speedway by the standards of this game. This custom Hakuchou Drag, I'm expecting big things here. Somebody told me top speed of around 160, 170 is what they were hoping for. Let's see if we can get that from this monster. Looking at the speeds though, we don't, and it's actually not even as fast as the Hakuchou Drag around my speedway. It does have a pretty big lead over the original by 15 miles an hour, which is awesome and pretty impressive, and 155 is good. Not quite what I was expecting, but now it's time to check out lap times and how fast is this thing going to be able to get around my custom raceway. It's pretty technical, and this thing has a massive wheelbase, so you can see it actually doesn't have much of a gap so far on the original, which is on the bottom, but when we can put that power down, it does beat it to the first gantry. One thing I'll say about this car, it's really unusual to get a 100% lap on this track on my first try. This lap that you see on the top is my second lap, which was about 0.02 of a second faster than my first. So it's really easy to drive and really easy to drive fast consistently. But you're seeing here that it doesn't have a massive gap on that original. That wheelbase really hurts it here. It makes it tough to get around all these tight corners. But we are going to see just how much of a gap it has. By the time it gets to that start-finish line, it definitely has a sizable lead on the original, as you would expect. How does it handle the Hakuchou Drag? Now, if you've seen this Hakuchou Drag in action on my channel before, you know this isn't necessarily fair. But I will be putting out another video with this new Deveste Eight against the supercars in this update. It's something I'm working on. This one I wanted to get out first because I really like to show you guys with this GTA Plus membership how much of a difference those upgrades make. It's probably not going to be worth it for you guys to get this GTA Plus thing. I'll just say that off the top. For me, I'm a struggling YouTuber who needs the impressions, so it works well for me. But if we go back to the race, you can see that that Hakuchou Drag is just absolutely wiping the floor with the Deveste Eight. It is on the home stretch going down to the start-finish line, and the Deveste Eight couldn't even see it. So we know that's not a competition, but what we want to see is the lap time between these two. And a 54-second lap time is very quick. We're talking on the level of the S80R, Emirates, Krieger, stuff like that. So this thing is very fast. When we look at the speed score, this is a custom equation I have, kind of a Forza style score if you're not familiar with it. But it is over 100, which 100 previously was the record by the original Hakuchou Drag. This new Hakuchou Drag, if you've seen my videos, you know it's on a completely different level from these other cars. But this new Deveste Eight is really fast at 104. That's awesome. Now, because of what I told you with the different differences in the Rockstar editor now that I depend on for my quarter-mile times, the speed scores from all the videos you've seen previously are going to change. But I am going to be obviously updating you with videos, stuff like that, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel. If you like what you see today and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to have a video with this new Deveste Eight up against the Cyclone 2 and the weaponized Ignis. You're not going to want to miss that. But as far as this new car goes that we just got today in early access, it's awesome. It's a ton of fun. And when you have the chance to get it, it's probably going to be worth it. And don't forget to stick around, subscribe to the channel so you get notifications on when these other videos are coming out. You can see how it stacks up with the other supercars. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you next time.